I had the perfect life.
Until I was in a coma for 6 years.
And then I woke up.
And found my fiancée married to another man. My son doesn't know who I am. Everything has changed, including me.
One touch, and I can see things.
Things that happened, things that will happen. You should see what I see.
Previously on the Dead Zone.
Johnny Smith? Greg Stillson.
I've heard of you.
Likewise.
I'm a friend of Reverend Purdy's a friend of mine.
I know this is not the life you would have chosen, but it is the life that chose you. And you cannot deny the possibility that some other force is guiding you.
Just say his name, Reverend. I know you're dying to.
Destiny, Johnny. It is your destiny to help people. I truly believe that. Think it over. Call me when you're ready.
Actually, I was going to hitch a lift with Dana.
All right. And I don't know if that's because I feel like you're slipping away from me or if it's because my heart is trying to tell me something.
My support for Greg Stillson is founded on his vision for the future, which promises to be very bright.
Washington has become a town of shell games and spin doctors. They shoot off fireworks, but they don't ever get anything done. We need action. We need more jobs. We need better education.
We need a system of justice that will not fail the people. We need God back in the Pledge of Allegiance. We've got to put this country back into the hands of the people. In plain Maine speaking, it's time to take out the trash. I love this country, and I trust the God-fearing people of this country. We know the principles on which this country was founded.
And we are sick and tired of those principles being violated by the guys in Washington with $100 haircuts who don't fear God, who don't fear anyone.
I'll tell you something.
How did I know I was gonna find you here?
You better fear Greg Stillson.
Hey, man.
Because the day of reckoning is coming.
Greg Stillson is coming to Washington.
You understand you're turning into a regular stalker, right? You're giving up your life for this thing.
This thing has a high priority, don't you think?
Thank you for coming out to Candidates Day.
How are you?
Our next speaker, Sheriff Walt Bannerman.
I just don't like what it's doing to you.
Fine, man.
Johnny, catch! Our team's playing Brew tomorrow. Can you tell who's gonna win?
No, I wouldn't if I could. Good luck, though.
Thanks, Johnny.
Okay, man.
Yeah? You're fine.
You don't know what a pleasure it is to me.
Ma'am, it's always a pleasure.
Got my vote.
Excuse me.
So, what'd you think?
Great response from the crowd.
Well, that's not what I asked. Go on, let's hear it.
Okay, I think that this routine will play well for a couple of months, but then you better come up with something to really hang your hat on. I know these people. They're my neighbors. And they will cheer for apple pie and the American flag in your speeches, but they will not vote for you come election day unless you have something to say. And so far, you don't.
Ouch. Come on, Greg. Bannerman.
Sheriff Walt Bannerman. Would you like a button?
Absolutely. He must be some candidate.
Yes, he is. And he's also my husband.
See you on the campaign trail. Find out more about her.
Greg, she's the sheriff's wife. It's not some broad you get a hotel key
Just
to.
find out more about her. Thank you. We meet again. How's my future look these days? Not always so easy to tell. We just keep looking. Let me know if you see anything interesting.
Here you go. Thank you. Here you go. Bannerman.
Hey, I wish I had the gift of gab like that Stilson guy.
Oh, listen, you just go up there and you be Walt Bannerman, okay? They know you, they respect you, and some of us even love you. Now, you gotta remember the civilian hotline, expanded drug counseling,
Right.
and eye contact.
Eye contact.
Don't forget the eye contact.
Okay, okay. All right. Oh. Bannerman. What? Wait a minute, when? All right, I'm on my way. And make sure you get the FBI on it.
FBI?
Yeah, somebody broke into the Markov estate last night, took their little boy. I gotta go, I gotta get out.
Oh, my God.
See you later.
Yes, Governor, I know the family well. I'm taking the helicopter up there now. They live up in North County, away from just about everything. I can only pray that the boy is all right. Of course. I'll call you the minute I know anything. Find Johnny Smith.
Double date. You know, 2 guys, 2 girls. Sometimes you eat food. See a movie. That's short for moving picture. I got it. All right, come on, do it as a favor to me. You know, Katie really wants to meet you, and I know a certain red-haired reporter who hasn't heard from you in a while.
Not right now.
Not right now, man. It's always not right now with you, dude. You're always wrapped up in this Chicken Little thing.
Who's Chicken Little?
You know, the sky is falling. Chicken Little, and we all know what happened to Chicken Little.
No, we don't. What happened to Chicken Little?
I don't remember. I think he had a run-in with a colonel. Whatever it was, look, it wasn't good.
Hello?
Johnny, I need you.
Listen, I gotta run. 51 out. Glad you're here, John.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
Trevor, can we get a statement?
We don't know anything yet. We're going to go talk to the family, and as soon as we know something, we'll come back and tell you what we know. Arthur has always been a very private man. That's why he moved his family up here. Nobody knows what a philanthropist he is. That's just the way he wants it. Of course, he's proud of his accomplishments. He's been called the CEO of the new millennium. One of the few, I might add, who managed to survive the recent Wall Street scandals relatively unscathed. Arthur.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I was with my wife.
How's Connie holding up, Arthur?
She's, they have her sedated. I'm Arthur Markov.
John Smith, sir.
This is the young man I spoke to you about.
Yes. My wife will be very pleased when I tell her that you've come. She believes in some things that I don't necessarily agree with her about, but at a time like this, she says that you've helped the police before.
I've tried, sir. Doesn't always work.
I've seen Johnny do some remarkable things. I truly believe that he's doing God's work.
What kind of God allows a child to be taken from his family? I'll show you where he broke into the house. It's right here.
Tried. That's all anyone can ask. We'll write a press release reminding everyone that your gift doesn't always work. It'll be a footnote to the coverage. Nothing to be worried about. We'll talk tomorrow.
Hello?
John?
Yeah.
Are you all right? What happened out there today?
Who's this?
You look completely lost. It was on all the television stations. Must have been terribly humiliating. I hope I'm not wrong about you, Johnny. Because if I'm wrong, there really isn't any hope for the boy.
Is he all right?
For now. But Johnny, his fate rests entirely with you.
Not sure what you mean.
You don't seem too sure about anything today, do you, Johnny? Johnny, Johnny, whoops, Johnny, whoops, Johnny, 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 Johnny. Truth is, I've been a little worried about you lately.
About me?
Yeah, this Purdy character you recently hooked up with, the televangelist, Johnny, please.
Oh, he's just handling my mail.
Public relations. Fair enough. I guess the demands on your time must be overwhelming, huh? And here I am, making even more demands. But I believe in you, Johnny. And there is so little left to believe in, isn't there? I mean, we've become numb to the corruption that surrounds us. The wicked prosper as they flaunt their Versace suits and leverage their buyouts and augment their breasts. Buy plain water that costs $2 a bottle. I mean, if we can't believe in Martha Stewart, what's left, huh? We've turned our backs on God, Johnny. And every now and then, he throws up his hands and decides it's time to remind everyone what's important. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers.
You just tell me what you want.
I want you to be you, Johnny. I left you a message at that house. A message you should have been able to find.
A message?
Yeah, a message, Johnny, to help you find Christopher.
You want me to find him?
Oh, I'm praying you will, Johnny.
Look, I need to know that he's still alive.
You should know that. Why don't you know that? This has been a really disappointing first meeting, Johnny. You have been weighed in the balances and found wanting.
sorry to bother you. They told me that Walt came home for supper, so...
Yeah, we just sat down. Come in.
Only if I can turn on the sirens.
All right. Make sure you don't put the car in gear again. Hey.
Hey. Hey, Johnny.
Want something to eat?
No, thanks. I need to go back to the Markov place. I heard from the guy.
I gotta go. See you later, JJ. Message? What kind of message?
I don't know. He said I should have been able to find it. As if this was some kind of test for me.
Don't worry about it. You'll pass it.
Walt, I haven't had a vision in weeks.
What happened? You hit your head again, or what?
No, I just stopped. After one last vision.
Maybe it means that you're recovering. You know, getting back to normal.
Yeah, normal. Whatever that is.
You know, this could be a good thing. Under any other circumstance, of course.
You know, I never asked for this. Never wanted this. It never comes back again. I won't miss it. But I need it tonight. One last time. I mean, if that's all it is. This poor kid's gonna die because of me.
You didn't ask for money? I don't understand. Kidnappers want money.
Apparently not this one.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Why would he call you?
I wish I knew the answer to that, sir. I'm sorry. I'm just not sensing anything here.
May I speak to you?
Right this way, please.
I want that man out of my house.
Mr. Markov, okay.
Did you believe him?
Why would he make up something like that?
I can think of several reasons. The least of which is self-promotion. The worst of which is that he's involved in the kidnapping himself.
No, we're covering that possibility, Mr. Markov.
Kidnappers demand ransom money. That's the way it works. The idea that someone used my son to get some so-called psychic's attention.
All right, listen, Mr. Markov, okay? I can vouch for Johnny Smith.
I think he's dangerous, and I don't want him here. This is my wife's study. There is no evidence that the kidnappers came anywhere near this part of the house.
All right, you know what, John? Why don't we just call it a day?
Walt, I haven't had a vision in weeks.
the shadow of death. I will fear no evil. But thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
Thanks. We'll send this and the DNA swabs down to Clarksburg, and we'll run the prints through the national database.
May I?
What?
Can I touch it?
This is FBI procedure now, Mr. Smith. We don't touch evidence. If he's in our system, we'll have an ID in 2 hours.
Go ahead, let him touch it. Seriously, if it's in his system, he'll have an answer in like 2 seconds.
Left edge. That's it.
These aren't his fingerprints. He never touched the page.
He had to touch the page.
No, he knew it would be too easy for me. He scanned the original, he emailed the file to the copy shop, and they printed it up. That way there'd be no physical contact during the printing process.
He had to touch the page because he had to stick it to the goddamn wall.
Hey, Walt. Bruce Lewis, line 4 from Mr. Smith, says it's important.
This is not Bruce.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
So, back on your game again, huh, Johnny? Have you figured out how I put the paper on the wall without touching it yet?
You made Christopher do it, right?
Yeah, you really are back on your game. Congratulations. He was really quite brave last night under the most difficult of circumstances. But he is starting to get a little worried now. You know, now that the air's running out.
Well, if you want me to find him, you gotta give me some more information.
Come on, Johnny, you have everything you need to find him. You're just not seeing it yet. But you will. Oh, listen, say hi to Walt for me. I assume he's tracing the call, but since I'm forwarding through a phone bank, I imagine we have a little time to talk. You know, I think it's just swell that you and Walt and Sarah can be such good friends. And then they even name their boy after you, huh? Now, it is their boy, isn't it, Johnny? Because, see, I've always sort of wondered about that. I looked into the dates, and they don't exactly work out.
Okay, you listen to me carefully, okay? I promise you, if you go anywhere near Johnny Bannerman...
Yeah, Johnny Bannerman. Sound of it. How do you live with that, Johnny?
If you go anywhere near him...
Don't you think I could have done that already? It would have been so easy. But I would not do that to you, Johnny. I just wanted you to know that I know. And that I care. You don't have to live with that secret anymore by yourself. You can share it with me now. I was serious, Johnny. You better hurry. The air's starting to run out.
Hey, come on, we got a lead from the copy shop. The message was emailed to the copy shop with instructions to mail to a P.O. box. Email and P.O. box belong to a Mr. Nebuchadnezzar. That's from the Bible, right?
Babylonian king. He sent Daniel to the lion's den.
Right, and his 3 pals into the fiery furnace where the angel protected him. Now, what the hell were their names? Anyway, Mr. Nebuchadnezzar paid for the transaction with a stolen credit card. And we know who that stolen credit card belonged to.
I'm sorry for the mess. This has been going on for months now.
You have any idea where you might have been when your credit card was stolen?
I thought I left it at a restaurant, but they couldn't find it when I called.
What was the name of the restaurant?
The Italian Kitchen out on Route 15?
Well, should you run a check on all the employees?
You really believe someone there might be involved in this terrible kidnapping?
Well, we know that your credit card was involved. Yeah, so basically, it's a trailer break.
Just kidding.
Oh God, we most heartily thank you. And ask for thy forgiveness
left. Excuse me. Hello?
He used to live here. In this house.
Yes. Yes, he's here.
When he was a child. With his mother.
It's for you.
John Smith.
So, what do you think of the house?
Well, I know it's yours.
Yeah. Can you believe what those people are doing to my house? I think they want to live in an old Pottery Barn catalog full of ducks and plaid and pineapples.
I saw what happened to you when you were a child.
Well, of course you did, Johnny. That's why I brought you there. I want you to know. I want you to know me.
Yeah, well, meet me somewhere. We'll talk.
Soon, Johnny. You're very close now. You're just a hop, skip, and a jump away. That is, of course, unless you stumble. Dear God, I hate that house.
He was here. Not long ago.
In my house?
Yes. You seen the renovations? That's when he took the credit card, when he was here. Shadrach. Meshach. Abednego.
Right, the fiery furnace.
Is anyone else in this house?
No.
You have to leave. You have to leave now.
I'm not really comfortable with all this. I've never spoken in a public forum like this before. But today I have no choice, because I need to make an appeal to the kidnapper of Christopher Markoff. There's been enough pain and suffering for everyone involved in this, including you. I don't believe you want to hurt Christopher. Not after what happened to you when you were his age. I'm willing to meet you anywhere you wish, whatever you want, to arrange for Christopher's release.
Johnny, are you sure the voice tells us? Do you feel responsible for this, Johnny?
Johnny Smith did not kidnap this boy, but he is trying to get him back at considerable personal risk to his own safety.
This guy's obviously obsessed with you. Do you think maybe he took the boy to try and get your attention?
No comment, ma'am. Thank you.
Do you blame Johnny Smith, Mr. Markoff? We just have a few more questions.
But
Johnny,
you know
is
where
the
the
boy-
A month ago, he was their hero. Now they can't wait to tear him down.
He's still their hero. You should see how they treat their enemies.
Hello. Yes. He's right here.
talk to me on the television, Johnny? On the television. You're turning this into another reality show, buddy. Big Brother 47.
Look, you made it very clear his air was running out.
Okay, I am offended, and I'm disappointed in you. All those reporters, locusts, with the hair of women and the teeth of lions. And that Dana Bright, she's just using you, Johnny, like all the others. This was between you and me. I was lending you a helping hand every step of the way. You had every clue you needed to find me. By now, I figured you and Walt would have traced the real estate records from the house, found out my name, figured out where you might find me. You might have even tried something unexpected and totally out of character to divert my attention while the SWAT team moved into position outside. But that would have been very, very clever, Johnny. I hope I see you soon, Johnny.
We don't think the kid's been here. His name's Francis Ritter. Single, no criminal record, college graduate, goes to church every Sunday. Ran a startup technology company out of this building for a few years, went Chapter 11 a couple of months ago. Was forced to sell off all his assets to a rival competitor, a company with a celebrated CEO by the name of, take a wild guess.
Arthur Markov.
You got it.
I say you definitely got a friend.
Yeah, looks like he's been stalking you for a while, too.
Why me? And what does he want from me?
Maybe he has visions of his own. You know, crazy things, like God talking to him and stuff like that. And check this out. This looks like another message for you. I called Purdy. He said it's from the book of Daniel after the fiery furnace. And it's a quote. Nebuchadnezzar says, "Look, I see 4 men walking around in the fire, unbound and unharmed, and the 4th looks like a son of the gods." Want to check it out? Anything?
Nothing. I can't see anything. Visions just aren't working.
sticks. I thought I told him to get it fixed. 29, 36, 12.
The voice of Elijah, and the soul of the child came into him again, and he revived.
We gotta get him to a hospital.
Police will be here soon. They'll take him.
I didn't tell the police where to come.
I know you didn't, Johnny. I did. Left a subtle clue behind. Walt will figure it out before too long. I just wanted to have a little time together. Just you and me. You know, before we all go our separate ways.
Why'd you do this, Francis?
My mother used to call me Francis. After Francis Albert. Sinatra. You know? Can't tell you how many black guys I got over that as a kid.
Why are we here, Francis?
Well, we put our trust in false gods, Johnny. We bow down before new golden idols. We've broken our contract with God, just like the people did in ancient Judah.
When they did, God sent Nebuchadnezzar to punish them.
But he also sent Daniel, Johnny. God also sent the prophet.
I can't speak for you. I am no Daniel.
Of course you are. You proved it.
No, Francis.
Yes, you did. The fiery furnace, you're here.
I'm no prophet, Francis.
I just can't believe that you don't see it. Even now.
I'm just a man that recovered from a coma.
The fire at Kathy's Steakhouse?
That was just a psychic vision, that's all it was.
Okay, whatever. I have enough belief for both of us, okay, Johnny? It is refreshing, however, to encounter a modest messenger from God for a change.
Francis's pulse is weak.
And you have to save him. You see, you're making my point for me. We all want to be saved, Johnny. Sometimes it's just from ourselves. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me, John. You were a teacher once.
Yes.
Be a teacher again. As Daniel was. Teach them. And maybe they'll save themselves.
Francis Ritter, this is Sheriff Bannerman. If you have any weapons, put them down and come outside. You won't be harmed.
Francis.
Try to understand, Johnny. God works in mysterious ways.
Francis.
And I, Nebuchadnezzar, lifted up mine eyes unto heaven, and mine understanding standing returned to me. And the glory of my kingdom, mine honor, and my brightness returned to me.
Rushed to the hospital where he was listed in stable condition. His parents thanked local psychic John Smith, who could not be reached for comment. In other news, independent congressional candidate Greg Stilson launched another...
The United Nations threatened sanctions unless further weapons inspections
in the
were allowed.
Mideast, a resurgence of deadly violence today as rebels
The government has issued a new terrorist warning for the coming weekend.
Inspectors acknowledged the difficulty of ascertaining that all weapons of mass destruction were accounted for.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You're grounded.